Hi everyone, I'm Sokhwa. Thank you for being part of my judging team. It's my honor for me to serve you as the chief judge for this particular contest. So today I'm going to brief you on the International Speech and Evaluation Contest Judging. So I hope you have read through the speech contest rulebook, the latest version, as well as familiarize yourself with the best practices of an online contest. And of course, I believe so because I have chosen you as part of my judging team. Now let's dive into the judging briefing. First, ensure that you have sent me your judge's certification of eligibility and code of ethics form. It's not merely to tick which contest and submit your signature, but also to really read through each item over here. You are a paid member and you are in good standing. All right. And then make sure you have signed and also have your printed name at the bottom. You can do it digitally or even in a hard copy format. If you are judging for both contests, ensure that you have checked the above column. All right. Now let's go into the rules. First, in terms of disqualification, we can only disqualify the contestants from the contest based on these items. First is their eligibility. If the member is not in good standing or the club is not in good standing, therefore the member is not allowed to contest. Secondly, is in terms of the originality of their speeches. Only 25% of their speech is allowed to quote from another resources, and they need to state the source. Okay, this one we'll cover more in detail later on. And the third one is timing. No worries about the timing disqualification because you will only judge based on the judge's ballot. The timer will handle this timing part. Last one, or second last one, reference to another contestant speech from the same platform that they are competing. So especially in international speech, if the contestants appeared to have mentioned the previous contestant's speech, then judges or even the contestants may lodge a protest, and we will need to come together in another breakout room to vote and see whether do we want to accept this disqualification or not, because there is still chance for the contestants who is being lodged the protest to clarify why he or she has done so, and if it's very clear that they have made reference, then we can vote for it. If the majority vote for disqualification, then yes, that's the final decision. And also there is another disqualification which is not mentioned over here. That is the contestants did not make it on time during the contest. Yes, perhaps they have submitted the form and everything, but during the contest day, due to certain issues or whatever it is, they are unable to be there when the contest toastmaster have taken control. If the contestant is not in the same room and is not present, then we will disqualify them and they are not able to contest anymore. Next one, the protest, it's limited and be lodged by voting judges and the contestants, and also to be informed to the chief judge, myself, as well as the contest chair. So ensure that you know these two persons so that you can contact them personally in the case of being you want to lodge a protest. And of course, now the rules have been changed slightly prior to the contest being adjourned. Means that even though the contest results has been announced, you still have the chance to protest if you think so. And of course, in my case, if you want to lodge a protest, make sure you have evidence to say that, oh, that contestants make reference, or the contestants have copied a lot, or the speech is not original at all. So print screen that part or show me the evidence, and then we will go into the discussion upon request. Okay, now that's it. That's it. So here is that excerpt from rulebook. Okay, now in terms of the ballot, I have also sent you the judges ballot. Of course, you can easily Google it at any time. Enter your choices of first, second, and third place. Sign any signature, sign it, your signature, and print your names, write out your full name. Okay, and of course, sometimes we will encounter the contestant's name. Sometimes there's a spelling mistakes, or the surname is not mentioned in the agenda, or it's different from what is shown in the slides. I would encourage you, normally I will give you a screenshot on the contestant's order during the contest day itself and send it into the WhatsApp group for your reference. And before that, usually the contest chair will also update the contestant speaking order in the agenda. But sometimes there is a slight mistake or disparity. I'm not sure. There is such cases. So whatever name that is, if it's not very obvious the mistake, I will still accept that. Okay, but I will encourage you, if you are confused, not sure, you can ask me, or you can just follow whatever that's being announced by the contest Toastmaster on the slides on that event day, contest day itself. Okay, here is one example of the judges' ballot. Make sure you fill up contestant name in each of the line. First place, there's a name, second place, and third place. And of course, these are different people. All right, so if you have accidentally put two same names, your ballot is void. Okay, and your signature, make sure you have some signatory over there, and also your full name, make sure you write your name correctly. And most importantly, make sure you are using the correct ballot, because most of the time we are judging two different contests. So make sure you screenshot your ballot correctly to the designated ballot counter. I will personally WhatsApp you your ballot counter's contact number. So just liaise with the ballot counter. And also, I would also want you to message your ballot counter, say hi, that you will be submitting your ballot to him or her, just to introduce yourself and to ensure that you are not sharing your ballots to the wrong ballot counters or role player, just to make sure. Okay, maybe sometimes I make a mistake or whatever, I'm not sure, but just ensure that you text them before the contest, say hi, so that there won't be any discrepancies. Right. Now, all right, let's continue a little. Voting judges should remain anonymous. Of course, in an online meeting, make sure your camera is switched off all the time, especially if you are already renamed as judges. Don't ever on your camera. Some Zoom online meetings, they have the settings that they disable the video function, but some contests no. Okay, so the technicality part of Zoom is quite different across different contests. So ensure you log in the way which you do not sign into your Zoom account with your profile picture. Okay, some Zoom settings, they disable the profile pic, but some they are not. So to be safe, sign out of your Zoom account and log in the contest. To be safe, you can just click join meeting and key in manually the meeting ID and also the password. All right, remain anonymous. So sometimes judges, they want to create more fun. They just name their favorite character of the superhero and so on. You can see all kinds of patterns, just really up to you how you want to do that. As long as I can identify you that you are J1, J2, J3, all my judges are in the room, that is fine for me. Okay, this is in terms of the originality of the speech. And yeah, 25% or less can be devoted to quoting, paraphrasing, and referencing another person's content. Here, another person's content, it means other people, okay? It doesn't mean contestant, don't confuse over here. Now, 1 minute of silence, of course, that is where you mark your ballots. I would really encourage you and compulsory for you to use your ballots accordingly. Do not just judge based on feeling and give a total marks or based on your personal judgment. This is not an evaluation. Let's go through a little about the judging criteria later. Speaking area, of course, is online, and the judges' code of ethics, these are written in your judges' ballot. So make sure you avoid bias of any kinds and do not distract yourself by looking at the timer. Okay, doesn't mean that if the contestant, you think that, wow, red, still speaking for so long. Okay, sure time disqualified. I think I won't give her chance at all. But you are not the timer, right? So just make sure that you do not be distracted by the time and just focus on judging according to the criteria. And lastly, demonstrate utmost objectivity and avoid halo effect and conflict of interest. Halo effect here, what it means is that sometimes we may have certain positive impression on certain contestants because you have seen them year in, year out, and they are the champion, always representative for their club. They have been contesting for so long. So this person, their speech must be very good. So just avoid that halo effect and judge them solely based on their speech performance for that day. Imagine you don't know them and you have not heard of them. Okay, empty your mind and empty whatever experience you have about them. Try your best, utmost objectivity. In terms of this contest, international speech, here are the judging criteria. It's really about the speech development, the value, international speech, right? What is the real value? Is it something very unique at all? Sometimes we notice international speech, they will have some value for us to bring home. And how you want to differentiate from contestants to contestants is perhaps, do you think this kind of value is a universal value? Or is it something new and current that you can apply right now, straight away? How do you feel after listening through this contestant speech? And in terms of the delivery is 30, and appropriateness and correctness is 20 marks, right? 10, 10. And for evaluation speech, I think this is even tougher. I find it, whatever contest, as we go to a higher level, you will notice the quality of each evaluator is similar. Their mannerism, the quality of the recommendations, wow, all are very good. How do you want to really differentiate them? So I would say the recommendations, it should be something that is fresh, applicable, and also practical for the contestants to bring back home. Yeah, it's like a wow effect kind of thing. Then perhaps you want to give them a higher marks. But I would say do not be affected. Even some evaluators, they are very good in their English language. They use flowery languages, a very flamboyant style. They appear to be even more dramatic than the speaker themselves. Yeah, I understand there is such evaluator, but try to also remain objectivity by using the judging criteria. Are they providing real helpful recommendations to help the speaker to improve in their next speech? Okay, and another criteria in evaluation is that in terms of the conclusion, summation part, 15 marks. Many of the evaluators, sometimes if they go over time, they may not have sufficient time to close properly. So there they may lose out. Or maybe some club level contestants, they may not know about this judging criteria. Therefore, they don't usually conclude. So here you may, reduce their marks in the summation, and that will differentiate them from some of those experienced contestants. Okay, so here the conclusion, what it means was to summarize what they shared about in their evaluation. Not thank you. Thank you is not a conclusion. Conclude the strengths and the recommendations provided earlier in 2 or 3 sentences, just a short one. Wrap up with a very encouraging note. So that is an ideal summation that we are looking for. So just pay what you call that very thorough attention, attentive attention during the evaluation speech. You must also listen and evaluate the test speech as well to ensure that you understand where the evaluators are coming from, and then you can see whether these recommendations provided are helpful for the speaker. Can? So that's all. If you have any questions, reach out to me in the WhatsApp anytime. You can also ask in the WhatsApp group itself so that other judges could also learn. Another thing to add on is, in case of internet disconnection, I hope there's no such cases. For you, if judging halfway, you have internet connectivity issue, try to log in as soon as possible. I will inform the Zoom master to admit judges when they get disconnected. Okay, do not wait until the 1 minute of silence because you will miss the contestant speech. So ensure you have very strong internet connection, or maybe a second device if you think that one of your device is not so stable. Yeah, get yourself prepared for the contest judging, and fill out the form and submit to the ballot counters right after each contest. And also for the contestants, if some of them get disconnected, the maximum time I will allow them to come back is 2 minutes, as much as possible. I hope there is no, everything is smooth. If you have any issues throughout the contest, feel free to personally WhatsApp me or ask in the group. Thank you very much. Have a great day and see you soon in the contest.